too late. He pressed the button.
It's fine. You can cut the first bit out.
Yeah, we can cut it until we feel ready.
Yeah, you should ask me all my fucking. How the fuck did I get?
How the fuck did you get here?
How the fuck did I get up here?
Yeah.
By airplane, bro.
Not by boat? That's what they used to do.
Not by back in the day, but not anymore. They usually come legally from an airplane now.
Illegally from an airplane. So what, they're hopping on a fucking Boeing 737, fucking hijack that shit?
Like on the little wheel.
Yeah, the little wheel, that motherfucker's holding up.
Yeah.
No, so this thing is really common. I think it's been common for a lot of years now. So many people just want to come to you. I don't want to say just Canada, but all over, like Canada, Australia, US, UK, where you can make decent amount of money with no fucking degree or something shit. So back home, so where I grew up, it's like, to make a good amount of money, you need to have a good degree, or you need to inherit some fucking crazy amount of money, so you live, you know.
And that's because you're from, like, a fucking Vancouver-esque city in India? Right?
Yeah. Same about that. Like, yeah, if you live in Vancouver, you making shitty amount of money, like, working for a minimum wage job.
Yeah.
That's the same thing about in India, but I won't say the comparison, but you make really low money if you're just doing shitty jobs like those. It's like if you're, imagine if I'm a construction worker in Vancouver, I'm making like, what about like 80 grand, 200 grand a year? But in India, it's like fucking, I would say like, not even $500 a whole year. So that's a big comparison between them.
So would you say your, like, economy is, like, fucked?
It's
like,
kind of
bad?
fucked. It's like either you're fucking too rich or you're just, you know, poor. The gap is like very enormous. If you compare it to Canada, it's like you're rich, then you're like this, and you go like this, and you go like this, and the junkies are at the fucking bottom. That's how you compare it. But there's like quite a levels where you can do it. But back in India, it's like, you know, a big fucking gap in between rich people and poor people.
Can we look up the average salary for people? What state in India are you in? From?
Let's say Punjab, Punjab.
From Punjab to BC. I just want to know what the difference is between salaries made. Just because, from what I've heard from you telling me, it's pretty fucking nice. There, right?
It's nice if you got money, bitch.
But if you don't have money, you're just...
That's why you land up in Canada, if you don't have enough money.
So that's why you're here.
Yeah. So it's like a return on investment kind of thing. You spend quite an amount of money from sending your kid to another country, but eventually you make it back. If I'm settled here, I make good amount of money, you know. That's like ROI. If you turn that ROI in India, you spend like, you know, 30 grand Canadian just in India, you don't make the same amount of money back just being here. If you're lucky, if you would, but if you're not, you don't. So I think it's a good bet of sending your kid here. That's what I think. That's what most of the people did back in the day. They have been doing this for, let's say about, like, I'll say about 100 years or so.
Well, because there was a huge spike of Indian immigrants in Canada, like, after COVID, or was it more before COVID? Were there lots of people still coming over?
It was still more before that. The only thing people do that, imagine being just a human being, you're just making shit amount of money, even if you make your way up to the whatever things are settled up in India, right? If I want to make a good money, let's talk about me. I did my grade 12. I graduated. If I want to go to a decent college, first of all, I got to pay like a huge fucking money to that college so I can get into it, which we didn't have, or most of people don't have. And even if I did that, I wouldn't get a fucking good, decent job to make that decent money. So eventually, then you look up for other options like Canada or fucking UK or fucking US. And that's where you try to get in. And most of the people and the Canada government is making it easier for you to get in here. So most of the people end up in Canada than being in other countries. So that's how Canadians feel when too many of immigrants are fucking landing up here.
Yeah, you need to stop fucking stealing our jobs, bro.
You're not stealing your jobs. You just guys don't want to fucking work.
What do you mean? Well, I fucking work 2 jobs. I get 1 day off.
You fucking work. Let's talk about let's talk about 2 guys, right? One from India and one from here. The guy here is from Canada, right? Grew up here, fucking everything. He got issues with his mental health and everything, and he doesn't want to fucking work. The Canada's fucking giving money for them every month. That's good. But the other guy on the other end, doesn't get any money. He's already in debt, and he just want to fucking work. It doesn't matter if it's getting paid $15 an hour, $10 an hour, or fucking $30 an hour.
So there's no incentive for people born in Canada to, like, for normal average people born in small towns in Canada. There's not much of an incentive to work because our government gives us these benefits from people with mental health, people with different things. There's yeah. I don't fucking know.
So
okay, what's the stats on the? What's the stats?
It can't be right. It's like $600.
Yeah, that's what I told. $500, $600, right?
$600 for average income
for a whole year.
Punjab in India, and what's Canada?
It'll be like 40 grand or something.
It's like 43.
Yeah,
43 grand.
See the difference? That's
yeah, and like think about how far that can take you. Like, fuck, maybe I should just move to India.
and
Or is it still like expensive there for how much money you have? Or is it like if I went over there with 50 grand?
Yeah.
How far would that get me?
So with 50 grand, you got like so many options. Either you're gonna open a business. Opening a business is like you either make money or no. You kind of lose it all or make insane amount of money if your business goes well. And the other thing is you go, study. You make good fucking scores in college or fucking high school and universities. Make good, get a good degree. Get hired in one of the big companies and make decent money. Imagine if you're putting 100K into your student program in India, and after 5 years you graduate, you get a job like fucking 100 grand a month kind of thing.
What? Oh yeah, I guess. Is it?
That's the best job you can get, I think. The lowest will be like 30 grand a year. Or
100 grand in your local currency, not in like a base dollar.
No, I'm talking about Canadian dollar.
Oh,
that's the best thing. That's like working for Google when you're from India, kind of thing. Like those big fucking companies.
Oh, okay.
But if we don't get that, but the cutoff is so low. It's like millions of people are applying with that job, and there's only few of them that's just getting it.
And that's probably due to your high population. Probably would also affect that.
Yeah, that's high population. That's fucked up economy, and you even see the fucking cab drivers in here who got like fucking doctor degrees and shit. They can be an actual doctor, but they're still driving Uber.
Yeah, that does surprise me how many, like, cause our DoorDash that we have, it's all like I've seen like two white guys, maybe a few Filipino immigrants, but it's mainly people that have immigrated from India, and I just don't understand the incentive to drive a fucking car around to deliver people food.
So
like, you can't be making that much money as compared to working fast food. Like, would they really make more money driving Uber Eats or fucking delivery food, alcohol, stuff like that? Or if they would have worked at a fucking 7-Eleven, would they make more money? Like, why are people
I think
to do that?
Back in the day in Canada was like, you can get decent jobs anywhere. But right now, the jobs are so hard to get. Like, you see so many people trying to get a job. Even a white person want a job, but they doesn't get it. Then they try onto the jobs like Uber Eats or fucking Uber or DoorDash or Skip, and they get that job, and they just want to do anything what they can get, right? They want to pay off their debts, they want to pay off their student loans, whatever the fuck they want to do. They want to pay for their college. So when you got to think like that, so me, if I was a Canadian, if I wanted a job like that, I was like, fuck that, I will get something else. But an immigrant, he will be like, fuck, whatever I get, I want to just grab it and just take it. I want to just make money. It doesn't matter what the job is. Even if it's a shitty ass job, I'll just fucking do it.
So I got a weird feeling a lot of these Indian immigrants into Canada are working 3 upwards jobs. Like,
just like me, I work 3 jobs sometimes.
Well, yeah, I know you do. But, yeah, you do. Fuck. Yeah. I don't know, I think it's just kind of unfucking fair. It's unfucking fair.
It's so
because I got no. Shut the fuck up.
You motherfucker.
There's this one girl, this random person that I know, and she's posting on her Snapchat story. Can someone send me $20? Can someone send me $20? Yeah, no, go fuck yourself. Go get a job. And she's like, it's so hard to get a job because I went to this special school. I went to McNaughton. Like, dude, so what? So what? You went to McNaughton. You can still go apply for jobs. It's not struggling with your jobs at all. My mom used to teach at McNaughton, and guess what? All the fucking kids that got out of there, they're perfectly normal. I mean, other than the junkies. Most of the normal ones, they go out and get jobs. It's not like McNaughton is what's eliminating this girl from getting a job. It's literally that she doesn't care to get a job. And that also adds on to exactly your point. People here just don't give two shits. If they can rely off their parents and off their friends and just bum people for money, why not? Right? Like it's kind of silly.
So, like, if I'm there in that situation, I'll fucking apply for 100 jobs, 200 jobs. I'll get at least one, right?
Yeah.
But think about the other guys. They just apply for 1, 2, 3 jobs, and if they don't get anything in back, they're like, yeah, fuck the government, fuck the immigrants, fuck everybody who's gonna work there, and we're not getting any job, and no money, fucking anything. But they're still getting paid from the government, you know. So they don't feel the urge to have an actual job to get the money. So they're okay with actually they're getting paid from the government for any amount of money they're getting paid.
That's my that goes on to my stance about universal basic income. You ever heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would fuck up. Like, as good as it is, and it would help people, that your universal basic income, let's say it's $500 a month, okay? That's going to cover your food, your gas bills, and your heating, all that stuff, your hydro bills. But it's to the point where it's like, well, if no one has to work, like if you always get that $500 a month, what's the fucking point of getting a job so you can feed yourself? Because if you get that money, like, people are just going to slouch and they're going to be like, well, I don't need a job because I just got all of this fucking money from the government so I can pay for all my shit. No, that's not how it works. You need to go out and get a job because that's just kind of how the world fucking works. Like, at least with some of these people, it's like, yeah, go ahead. So, fuck. So, let's move on. Fuck this. This is a sad talk.
No, let's talk about it. It's like, so if I have to just pay for myself, myself, right? Why would I fucking go work 2 jobs, 3 jobs? I'll just have one regular job. Just get the money for myself, pay it off. I don't fucking care. But think about difference in cultures. It's like me being from an Indian community. It's like I need to provide for myself, for my family, for everybody I know who I love. So it's like I need to have a decent amount of money to make so I can feed myself, get my every expense paid off, and give my money back home.
Right.
So I think it's also the culture difference, like why we people like do multiple jobs and just doing one job. It's like we just don't want to pay for ourselves, but for our family too. Right. That's what not a.
Yeah, that's a very different thing that we have here, because us it's more of that capitalism. Like, fuck, you gotta move out at 18, and you gotta go and get a job, and you gotta go and make money. You gotta buy yourself a house. You gotta get yourself a wife. All this shit. But over there, it's mainly just go get a fucking wife.
It's not about just wives. Imagine, like, I'm a Canadian, right? I make decent amount of money. I'm working my whole life to buy a house and have a decent cars or whatever the fuck you want. And when you get all that and you have kids and your kids turn 18, why wouldn't you fucking give the things you earned in your 40 years so it'd be easier for your kid to make decent amount of money and just live off that? You're like, yo, get the fuck out, do your job, make every of that fucking thing that I do it again, make the same thing again. It's like a cycle. My parents would be like that. I'll be doing my shit. I'll be making that money in 40 years, buy a house, buy cars, buy every fucking thing I can. Then my kids will be like 18 now and tell them, yeah, you gotta do it again. So that cycle is going on the same pace, like this. So that's where the growth doesn't happen. With our culture, it's like, my grandfather made some land, right? We hopped into a different fucking scenario. Yeah, we make this much amount of money. And my dad made, now he's like, yo, you make this amount of money. Now my kid will be like here, and his kid will be like here. So it's always in a fucking growth.
The amount of money that the family makes.
That's family makes. Let's say it's family, yeah.
Okay, so we know like there's quite a few families here that, and I wonder if it's the same in India. The whole like one household, kind of situation where it's like everyone in your family, like your grandparents, everyone like that, your brothers, your sisters, you all live in the same house. You don't really move out. People just kind of fucking die out. Is that actually a thing? Because I've been told that like almost my whole childhood. So like how is that over there?
That's like 80% of all the people live in India. They live with their parents, or they live with their grandparents. They live with their, brother's wife and their kids, and they live together. But if you want to move out, you move out. It's not like a thing. You have to go out, buy your own house. It's up to you. If you want it, you go ahead, do it on your own. Make a house, do the fucking living, and make a decent amount of money. But it doesn't work like that. So imagine, so you're 18, right?
Yeah.
So you move out, you make decent money, you'll be happy for a couple of years. But after those 4 or 5 years of struggle, you'll be like, I wish my dad gave me my fucking home and all shit. I don't have to go through all this shit, but I make decent money and focus that amount of money, which I was gonna plan of making in a house. I'll make a business and make more money, buy more houses. We'll grow together. I think that's the difference between the cultures that's been put onto the kids when they fucking grow up. Like kids growing up in India, they've been taught like, yo, they're never told that you have to move out of the house or we wouldn't provide for you. There are some people in India who are fucking 50 or 60, they're still living with their parents and they don't fucking work. They're still living off their parents' money. And that's up to them. If you want to make more money, make it more. If you don't, you don't.
But there's not like that incentive to get the fuck out of the house.
Yeah. So if you're saying, back home, if you don't want to work, the government's not like, yo, we'll fucking give you money every month because you're homeless, you got your mental issues. They don't fucking care. They won't give you a shit amount of money. They won't give you nothing. You'll be on fucking roads just crying for money, doing shit amount of jobs. But if you're here and you're like, yo, I don't have a house, I don't have a job, I don't have money, the government's like, yo, we'll fucking give you money for that. And imagine being a stoner and being high all the fucking time and you're getting paid just sitting your ass at home being high. Well, why would you fucking go outside and just work?
That is so... That's
It'll
true,
be fucking me, yeah.
Because there's so many people that are like that are just fucked. And, like, to be fair, though, like, there's not much they can do about the fact that they're just not there. Like, there's something about some people that are like, you shouldn't have a job because I would be scared to eat the fucking Wendy's burger that came off of your fucking fingertips, okay? But, and then again, it's like, should Canada change its provincial government into helping people like that, not just by giving them money and letting them sit at home? Should we find ways to open up jobs, find jobs for these people that say that they're unable to work because of their mental conditions? I feel like there has to be a way that we can get these people into working environments where they can actually work and they can learn how to provide for themselves and make their own money and not have to rely on someone else, an external force.
Like, imagine back in, like, fucking, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, when the war things were happening. There's war all the time. Do you think fucking people do care if you got mental issues or some shit?
Not a single person.
They'll fucking show up and kill you up. They'll kill your family. They'll kill your parents. They'll kill fucking everybody. They don't fucking care if you got ADHD or fucking any fucking mental issue. They don't fucking care. You gotta fight for yourself. That's the basic human thing that's been put into us right when we were born, like thousands of years ago. You gotta go out, make a decent money, come back, provide for your family. That's how it was going, and now people have taken those things so granted. They're like, yo, I'm not responsible for my fucking, being a shitty ass person. The government is responsible, or the people in my community are responsible.
Right.
That's so fucked up. I think people need to, take care of themselves, other than blaming the government or the immigrants or anybody.
Yeah, people need to start fucking putting their life back in their own hands.
People need to be human again, man. Just have fun.
That is so true. We're fucking glued on our fucking TikToks, and swiping away, doom scrolling, watching fucking Tuk Tuk Tabaku or whatever the fuck his name is, the fucking little log man. Like we're way too locked onto our phones for anything to actually develop in our country or in any country. Because kids these days, that is the future. We are the fucking future. We're the next 40-year-olds that are going to be working and owning the world pretty much. Like, we will be running the world. And as weird as that is to think about, the main working force in Canada is in that 35 to 40-year-olds. They are the main grunt workers that are out there. And if by the time we fucking grow up, and half of us aren't working and we're all mentally incapable of working and all that crazy shit and we just don't want to work, we're fucked. Like, everything's fucked. How is the Canadian government going to make money when no one's working? It's just how it works.
That's what I want to say. Like, anybody who's listening, like, if they're 18-year-old, they're moving out of their place, they have to fucking work. They have to fucking work. Go outside, make money. If you're not making money in your hometown, fucking move out somewhere else. Make money. That's how the economy grows. If everybody's fucking working, you know, they'll make decent amount of money, pay decent taxes to the government. The government can put those taxes in somewhere good places and make the country grow.
Well, let's just pause there for a second, because our fucking government does not put our taxes in the good places. Let me tell you that. Fuck, the best thing the government's done for me is paved my fucking road.
So that's what Stuart, right?
Yeah,
Our manager. That's what he was talking about to me. Like, so he's like, I'm making $130,000 a year, and I'm paying $40,000 in taxes, and you're working 2 jobs. Me as an immigrant, and I'm paying taxes to everybody who's an immigrant working 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Doesn't matter how much money they're making. They're fucking paying taxes insanely, and he wants like. So I'm paying off my taxes so the government can provide money to fucking people who doesn't have a job, who's sitting their asses at home. They can't fucking work. And the people who are fucking just want to do drugs and shit, getting paid every month. They're doing nothing. If you're not providing for economy for your country, I think you're just shitty ass person, man.
You're just a shitty ass person.
Type
you
shit.
gotta fucking that's a fucking hot take.
Type
but
shit.
That is true to an extent, to the point where it's like, there are gonna be some people.
Yeah.
And there are going to be certain situations with certain people where, let's say they go down a fucking rabbit hole of drugs, okay? Pretty much everyone knows that person that fucking was totally normal, fucking smoked weed once, and they're gone. They ain't coming back. There are people like that, but if our tax money, this is a proposition to the Canadian government right now, if we just put our tax money into, like, child rehab, and I know there is stuff like that out there, but we need a better system for it, because most people are scared to walk around these small towns in Prince George, not small towns in Prince George, for fuck's sakes, these small towns in BC, with all these crackheads running around. Like, no, we gotta get a real system, not just a homeless shelter, not just a fucking place where they can stay for free and get free food.
Yeah.
We need somewhere that they can go for a month to 3 months and rehab properly, and that needs to be a big focus of our government Canadian taxes, because that is up there, and one of the biggest problems in Canada is the homelessness, because it's fucking pretty bad. I hate driving around town at nighttime, seeing these motherfuckers with their shopping carts. Their entire life is built in that shopping cart. Like, that is not right. Like, you should be able to go somewhere where you can live and sleep and rehab, detox off drugs, however long you need to. If they have been under the influence of drugs for pretty much their entire life, let's say they're 30 years old and they've been doing drugs since they were 18, 16, however fucking long, they need to have somewhere where they can go and they can lock down. But there needs to be more of them, because there isn't. Like, in our town, there's one building for it. One building. And I think it houses, maybe 50 people, tops? Like, not that many people. It might be more than 50, but it's surely not that many. And it's definitely not the same amount of people that are homeless here. We got probably 1,000 homeless people just roaming around this place, tweaking out of their minds, fucking leaning over. They need somewhere that they can go, and they need people that are able to support them and grow, so that they can get out of there a better person, clean up the streets, make Quesnel great again.
Not Canada great again. I think it should be Canada great again. It's like being a homeless is not a choice. It's a fucking option.
Yeah.
You can either be homeless or you can be earning good. You make money. My personal opinion is fucking throw all those homeless people into a fucking war. Like, actually.
Whoa.
You know, like, you sending people from Canada, like, we don't have wars or something happening in Canada, right?
Yeah.
They send people from the army to go other countries to fucking help aid them. Why would you send decent people who are making decent money, who are fucking paying tax and all shit, go ahead and fucking, die or something? Why won't you fucking send these fuckers for 3 fucking months or 2 months? Like, yo, we'll send you 3 months to the fucking wars. Like, we'll send you to Afghanistan, fucking die or fucking, serve for the fucking country. Come back, we'll pay you this amount of money for a whole year. And you can do what the fuck you want. You want to do drugs? You want to be homeless? Who fucking cares?
That's a pretty hot take. But what I'm thinking is, I bet you if we did that, and if our government did that,
yeah,
it wouldn't turn out so fucking well. But just because these people, I bet you if they went to Afghanistan and they fucking saw those poppy fields, oh fuck, they'd be having a laughing time. They'd be making heroin up their ass.
Yeah. Even I think I heard about this thing back in the day when the World War was happening. Germany sent their people who were retarded or struggling with their fucking mental health or whatever the fuck they was. They were sending them to the fucking war so they can get killed. Other than sending normal people who are actually good, they can serve in the long term to the country.
Let's remember that Germany did lose the war.
Okay, they
did lose though.
They didn't lose good people. I mean, who can?
I don't think anyone in Germany in the fucking 40s were good. They were like all of West or East Germany.
Man, you white guys just hate Nazis, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I think the world should probably hate Nazis, and Nazis are pretty fucking bad. Okay, so I was Googling this thing last night.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard it somewhere. I saw a fucking Instagram post.
Yeah.
And it was so you're familiar with AI chatbots,
yeah,
and like these crazy shit. Anyway, there was this fucking 14-year-old boy in Florida. Okay, he was getting bullied in school and all that shit. And he fucking meets his little fucking girlfriend on a chatbot AI. So it's this startup company that's just got fake girls chatting with these kids. And obviously there's supposed to be a filter so that it's not young children flirting with these fucking fake people. But lo and behold, this 14-year-old goes and talks to this chatbot. Anyway, this kid gets so bullied in school that he hates his life to begin with. He's ready to fucking kill himself. And he's talking to this chatbot. He named it after some motherfucker from like Lord of the Rings or something. Is it Lord of the Rings? It's something like that. It's Lord of the Rings or fucking The Hobbit.
It might be The Hobbit, but
yeah. Anyway, and he named this chatbot after one of the hot girls that turned evil.
Games of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. And so he's talking to her and he's like, "Oh, I wish I could just be with you right now." And the bot replies with, "Yeah, I wish I could see you too." And then
being a minor.
But this kid is like, no. The kid is like, "I wish I could be with you." Chatbot replies with, "Yeah, I wish I could be with you too forever."
Mm-hmm.
Then he's like, "Is there a way that I could be with you?" And the chatbot's like, "Yeah, I think there's a way." And then he's like, "Well, what if I kill myself? Could I be with you then?" Turns out, this fucking 14-year-old kid kills himself because of an AI chatbot.
He said, "Please do my sweet king."
Please do my sweet king is fucked up. Like, the fact that a chatbot is saying that to a 14-year-old kid, then that kid proceeds to fucking kill himself. Like, that's fucked.
I think, about this thing, I think that's the only case we know, right? There's so many of other shit happening.
Oh, yeah, that's the only, and I think it was only a case because the fucking mom went and sued the company, the chatbot company.
That's the thing, parents shouldn't be, aware of their child, what they're fucking doing in their life and what they're fucking searching on the internet before they move out of their place. Like, imagine being a 14-year-old, if I have a 14-year-old, a 15-year-old child, and he's fucking talking to some AI shit, shouldn't it be know about it? Like, shouldn't it be concerned? Like, what the fuck he's doing?
That is true.
Like, you can help him, you know? You're like, yo, this is not real. This is not fucking happening. You got, like, 70, 80 years of your life. You can fuck around and find out what the fuck is it. If you go into real life, that's not talking some AI shit, kind of like that. Even about... If you even talk about sex toys, you know what happens? It's so bullshit. It's even on Amazon. If you fucking order a sex toy, like an actual sex toy, it's like this size. It's like a minor fucking size.
I like how you think about that.
It's a fucking, you know, this.
Well, yeah,
like,
it's got to be able to fit on the fucking airplane, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, right? It's like
that is kind of.
And
fucked
people
up.
are fucking buying it online now. That shouldn't be.
Have you seen that? I saw this fucking thing where it was AI built into like a full fucking sex doll.
Yeah.
And it's fucked up because they got like the moving jaws and eyes.
Yeah.
And they can fucking talk to you. The AI can talk to you.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, bitches being so crazy about OnlyFans, right? They're like,
yeah, all right, but yeah, okay.
Like, so they're making millions of dollars. I appreciate their hustle, whatever the fuck they're doing, right?
Yeah.
I don't fucking matter. It doesn't matter how you're making money. It doesn't concern me. So if they're making too much of money, they think, oh fuck, we're making too much of money. But imagine in fucking 5-10 years, they'll be like AI robots, just same as them. What would people?
I think it's closer than 5-10 years.
I think it's closer.
I think you could probably get fucking fully moving robots with AI. Fucking 3 years. I'm giving it 3 fucking years, and them fuckers are gonna be around.
Yeah.
And you guys, you fucking Indians, are gonna lose your jobs to the robots. I'm telling you.
Robots?
Yeah.
Fuck no, we're gonna be.
They work way harder than you, buddy. All I see you doing is fucking sitting around on your ass.
You
jerking
think I
off.
sit on my ass at the mill?
Yeah. The last 2 fucking weekends. What did you do? You sat up. You literally told me the last fucking 2 12-hour shifts that you worked last weekend.
That's what my job is. That's
my job. You stole my job that weekend, you fucker.
No. So okay, we were talking about the AI robots. So these bitches are feeling privileged. It's like, yo, we're making money off our body selling it fucking online. Imagine they're a fucking robot, a sex robot, to be particular. Like you can buy a sex robot off fucking Amazon. Just order it, comes to your home. Just like another human being. Why the fuck would somebody pay somebody online? You know, I don't think OnlyFans will exist back. And like,
but there's Sophie Rain though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but like #1 fucking OnlyFans.
What if they make an AI robot just as Sophie Rain, hotter than her? What would somebody pay Sophie Rain? Shit amount of money.
How much money would you pay for that robot?
Me? I'm down for everything I got.
Everything you got.
Like imagine you work. So, not me being an Indian or you being a Canadian. What you work for? You work your fucking every day of your life. You work a decent job so you can have a good wife, which can be good to your children, to you, who can do the house chores, she can cook for you, she can do the cleaning.
But what if there's a fucking robot for
That's what I'm saying. What if there's a robot who's gonna clean for you, who's gonna cook food for you, who's gonna take care of your children and for you?
How are you gonna have children with a fucking robot, bro?
No, you get a children with somebody else. And
adoption, that's the play. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm adopting a fucking little Filipino girl or something.
Why are you into Filipinos, man?
Okay, that's not what I meant.
You're into Filipinos, I know.
But yeah, for like a solid 3 months I was. Fucking thank you very much.
Your ex is Filipino.
Yeah, so what?
Yeah.
She's a fucking certified baddie.
She is. I saw the pictures. But yeah, I don't think this thing's gonna go for a long time. So let's talk about the chicks online, like on dating apps on OnlyFans. What do they think? They think is like, yo, I'm 18 years old, or I'm 20 years old. I need a guy who makes the same amount of money which my dad did in 40 fucking years, and he's fat as fuck, and he's sitting on his chair, and he's like, yo, you gotta make the same amount of money while you're 18. What the fuck is she gonna do? I just graduated from high school. I'm just sitting on my ass at home. I don't want to. How can I make the same amount of money your dad did in 40 years? Give me fucking those 40 years. I'll make the same amount of money, but they want not gonna.
They
trust
want it
you.
instantly. They
want it like that. I just want the money right now. They don't want to date you. They want to date your money.
So fucking true.
That's what they want to do. Right? Every fucking chick, not in Canada, not in the US, not in India, they just want to marry you for your money and your status and your fucking whatever the fucking thing you
Well,
want.
I know you want to marry people for their status, but
I'll do it if I was a chick, bro. I would fucking do it too. But you know, coming times you get so
game
many.
is game.
Game is game, bro.
No.
Game is not game? The
It's
fuck
not
you
game.
mean game is not game?
Game is game, man. Once you get that
Gay
chick,
is gay.
so
Yeah,
imagine if
there
you
we
get a
go.
chick and she leaves you after 5-7 years for another guy who makes more money than you. She'll steal half of your money, and she's going for another richer guy. Who's in the fucking, you know, in the profit? She is.
Yeah.
And you're left with half of your money with no girl.
That's why, guys, always sign a fucking prenup.
Yeah.
That's the play. I'm telling you. If I'm getting married, I ain't letting anybody take my money. I fucking earned it. So
Yep.
fuck off.
That's what Trump said. You know, one of the interviews. Some lady she asked in the interview, like, "Yo, so you had a divorce happening, and how much amount of money you're going to paying to your, you know, ex-wife?" And he's like, "Why the fuck I need to pay any money? All that money I made myself working hard all those years, and this bitch show up, married me, just take care of me for a few fucking years." And she's like, "Yo, I deserve half of it." Like, how is it even fucking fair?
Especially, the funny part is, especially when she doesn't work.
Yeah.
Think about that. How many people, Jeff Bezos, for example, Jeff Bezos' wife became the richest lady in the
Yep.
world after she divorced him. And I don't think she fucking worked. She literally just took all of his money.
Yep.
Which is so fucked up. Like, I could maybe
Probably getting
understand...
fucked by those black mates at her home.
Alright. No, but like, fucking... I don't know. Let's go for a halftime. Press that pause button.
We'll go for
Halftime.
halftime.
We're back.
So
We're fucking back.
So we were talking about relationships, right? So back in the 90s, how you get into a relationship, you go actually talk to a girl, you know, you vibe, you know what's happening, and then you go move forward. That's how you know you're gonna be with that girl, because you actually vibe on something, right? But when you go on fucking internet and find somebody, you don't know what the fuck they are, how they're in real life.
You don't know what they're fucking like in person. And it's
Yeah.
it fucks with you, because you'll be talking to this girl and you'll be like, oh my god, she's amazing. She likes all the things I like. And you go meet her and she's like some fucking upright person. And you're like, that's not who I thought you were. I thought you were relaxed. I
Yeah.
thought you were like slow going. You just didn't really care. And you were more with the flow of life. And then she turns out to be a fucking stuck up person. And you're like, I didn't think you were like this. And it goes both ways, because I know that there are girls that'll talk to this guy and be like, oh, he's the sweetest guy ever. But no, it's just the fucking guy putting on a facade for this girl, and she's fucking falling for it like nobody's business. She's just sitting there and is like, oh, he thinks I'm the fucking queen. He thinks I'm a princess. Guess what? 90% of the fucking time, I bet you he doesn't think like that, because I'm a guy, and unfortunately, I've been like that. It sucks, but it's the truth. Some people don't fucking care about you. They just want to use you, and it's one of the worst things to even think about. And when I think about that, it's like, fuck. It's like almost like a waste of time that I spent with this person. And it's like, well, really, let's think about how I developed this ideal thought of this person. And I'm like, well, our entire relationship began in the internet. A fake version of them. When they're typing away, it's not the real person. You're just talking to their thoughts, pretty much. They'll be typing, and you'll read it in your own mind, because how often do you actually read a fucking text message out loud? You don't. So you read it, and you're like, oh, this text was demeaning, or it was a happy text.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Who knows what the emotion was behind that text? And online talking has destroyed the whole communication aspect of your feelings and your emotions, and that's fucked up, I think.
Yeah, even that, like, imagine a guy who's never gone out to ask anybody out, and he goes on the internet doing fucking, you know, online dating, and he gets rejected from everywhere. I mean, what's gonna happen to his mental health? He's gonna think he's like a fucking loser at the first place.
Yeah.
Because he goes on online dating, and everybody's looking for a rich fucking guy who makes shit amount of money, and he's thinking he's gonna be a loser all his life, and there's so much happening in their brain, in their fucking thoughts, and it's making them feel like loser. But it's not the fucking case. You need to go out. You know, you gotta ignore all that online shit. Just be who you are. You might find a decent person in your real life than being a decent guy online, showing your only the good parts on the fucking internet and getting somebody.
That is so true. Like, I find that the way people rely, like, the fact that people rely so much on social media in the fact of finding someone, no, that's not right, because that's not how the humans are programmed. A human is programmed to go out and to develop a relationship with a specific person, and guess what? If it turns out, it fucking turns out, and you're in a good relationship, and if it's bad, then it's bad. You don't have this whole fake relationship with them, and then get to know them in person, and they're a totally different person. But I think, because a few of my relationships have started out like that, and there was one specific one where that's exactly what it was. It's like, anytime we text each other, it was wonderful. Everything was perfect. There was no arguments, blah, blah, blah. And then I'd hang out with her in person, and I'm like, what? There's no real connection between us. And it's like, there's not really a point of continuing on a relationship with you if you don't think like a human. Like, you genuinely don't think rationally. You don't think in like bigger ideas. Mm-hmm. You're focused on one fucking thing, when you should be thinking about everything, all possibilities, everything that can and could happen. You just focus on what you want to happen, and that's not good. I think people nowadays have just been relying way too much on how they're thinking, and it's a problem, genuinely.
Let's be honest, like, you're never getting a girl if you DM her.
That's
There'd be
so
like
true.
1,000 fucking guys on her DM list. Like, hey, what's up? You know, fucking everything. She's not gonna reply to you. She's not into you. So why the fuck you're wasting your time going all in and texting all these girls? I don't get it. You know, you go out, you find somebody decent, you talk to them. If they talk back to you in a decent way, you know, you vibe, you get into a relationship kind of thing. But think with the people right now, they expect too much of the other person at the very start. Even you don't know if you're gonna meet those expectations in the coming future. Like, if you're making the assumptions like, yo, I want this, I want this, I want this in the future. But even you don't know in the coming future you actually want those things, right? It's like, imagine me wanting this car, like, let's say, M4 competition, right? I don't know if I'm getting that in, like, when I'm 30, I'm like, fuck no, I don't want it. So why the fuck you're assuming all those things in the very start, thinking about all the future things, and messing up your things right now? You should, you know, just go with the flow. You just tell them, yo, if this thing works out, it does. It does not, it does not.
But then there's also the aspect of, it's like, you want to chase the dream. Like, it's an amazing thing. The fact that people want to pursue a certain career or a certain ability in their life. Like, let's say you don't go and you're like, I'm going to be a professional pool player. No. You want to be a professional pool player. You have the goal. Not, I am going to have 3 kids. Because who the fuck knows? What if you're unfertile? Literally anything could happen to you. You can't be like, this is what's going to happen. Whether you like it or not. It's, I want this. If you don't want this, then we aren't compatible. And I think that there's way too many fucking people out there that are like, this is going to happen. This is going to happen whether you like it or not. And those are the people that you just kind of got to take out of your life. Like, you can't spend your entire life with someone that has a vision of their life that is completely different to yours. Like, yeah, you can have differing opinions, whatever, politics, blah, 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 blah. Like, no one really gives a general shit about that. But then it comes to some things and you're like, well, I don't like how you're just focused on this one aspect of our relationship, which could be getting married, which could be having kids, which could be buying a house. You guys should develop your relationship to a point where you become one. And I hear some people talk about that. I got a few coworkers that are like that. And this guy that I work with, he had a girlfriend, and it was his boss's daughter. And he was in a serious relationship. It was like a 2-year-long relationship. And he's a devout Christian guy. He's very, very professional about relationships, and he respects others amazingly. Anyway, there's this girl that comes into his life. Anyway, this girl is like so different. The way he describes her, she is so different to the current girl that he had. So he left his girlfriend and was like, I'm going to try things out with you, because apparently their relationship wasn't going perfect. So then he proceeds on with this new girl, and guess what? This fucking new girl don't give a shit. She just wants to live her life with him. Whatever happens, happens. They ended up not having kids, but guess what? They've been married for 20 fucking years, and they live in a house, and she doesn't work, and he works a day job, and they go home, and they have dogs and animals, and they take care of them, and they have a wonderful life. And the trick is neither of them had those aspirations that I need kids, I need this, blah, blah, blah. I need to have an amazing house in a suburb. I need to have this. They just kind of went with the flow, and so what? Like, the guy, he got in a really bad accident, and he got paralyzed. It was either paralyzed or, like, he broke his neck. He broke a couple of vertebrae in his spine, and that were up here at the top. Yeah. And this fucking guy, he apparently, he talked to God. And he
talked to God?
He talked to God, which is fucking weird.
And he's Catholic, right?
He's a Christian, not
Christian.
Catholic.
Okay.
Catholic's kind of fucked. No offense, but Catholic's kind of fucked. Raping kids and all that shit, they're fucked up. We know those priests are doing some crazy shit, and we don't even want to know. The fact it goes unrecognized is insane. Anyway, he says he was sitting there in his chair eating dinner, and he was like, his neck, severe pain, destroyed his shoulder, destroyed his neck from this accident that he was in. And he's sitting there, and he's saying, God came and touched me on my shoulders, and looked over me, and blessed me, and said, everything will be okay. Your life will live on. You deserve to live. And when he tells me the story, I'm like, what the fuck do you mean God came and talked to you? God can come and suck my dick. Like, it just doesn't process in my brain because I'm not religious. But the way he talked about this, and apparently God told his wife to, like, never leave him because this man loves you with all of his heart. And that could be bullshit. I don't know. But that's what they're saying.
It's so funny, like
who the fuck knows?
People have those dreams, and like one of those dreams when you're high as fuck and you go to bed and you just have random dreams. And you think the God shows up in your dream and he's like telling you stuff to do.
That is so real. Because I get that way too often. Like, I'll get fucking barbecued. Jesus Christ, we need a fucking cough button for producer over here. Holy shit. Anyway, I'll be fucking barbecued.
Yeah.
And I'll be sitting there, and I'll be watching my TV, and my TV will turn off. I'm like, wait a minute. Why the fuck my TV turn off? And then I'll just get this weird voice in my head. Whether it's fucking schizophrenia or some crazy shit, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it sounds like God. And, bro, he talks to me, and I don't remember what he says because I was so fucking barbecued, but I bet you it ain't real because I was barbecued. But I think that God is real. I think there is a God out there, but the way that he contacts you it's different than just talking to you.
Yeah.
Like, the way that we're talking. God, not God. It doesn't even have to be God. It can be anything. It's just something. There's has to be something out there that is communicating with us, whether it's on an interdimensional plane or it's through acts of kindness, whether it's through thought, whether it's through pain, whether it's through just like struggle. I don't really know, but I know there is a God, and I want your fucking perspective on what a God is, because your religion is different than mine.
So my perspective of God is like, I believe there's a high power who's looking for us. I don't know where he is, but I wouldn't say a God was ever a human who was born into this earth and talked to other humans and they thought he is a God. I would say them as messengers kind of thing, but they were not actual gods. But to think about worshipping a God as, you don't go all crazy on, doing all this religious stuff and everything. What I think is, what any God wants, there are like billions of gods for everybody. But I think the one thing every God wants is you to be a decent human being. Just be human and just live your life. That's what he wants. He doesn't want you to, talk about him all the time, talk about him to everybody, and want everybody to follow him like you do. It's not about that. It's just he just wants you to have a life, decent life, just live it. He doesn't want you to, go on.
I think my honest perspective of like what God expects of you is and I've thought this for the last few years after I met that guy with the accident. He's been talking to me, like we'll have really deep conversations, and I want to get him on, but we would have really deep conversations about what God means. And when I ask him about like how do I get to heaven, he's like, believe in Christ. That's it. If you believe in Christ and you believe that he is here and he did die for our sins, then you will go to heaven because you have trust that he did die for all of our sins. And that kind of trips me up because I believe, like, what about the fucking kids that die on birth? Like, when they get born, they have a heart condition, boom, dead. What the fuck happens to them? And I asked him that, and he would tell me, he was like, well, there's an exception. Do you know how the gain of consciousness, you ever heard that? I've read about it a few times, and I do believe it is real because think back to when you were 8 years old. Do you remember making your own decisions?
No.
Exactly. When did you start making your own decisions consciously?
I don't even know.
When you were like 12, 11. In that younger age, early teens, when you start developing to think on your own is kind of what I've thought. Like, yeah, you're not thinking rationally, but you are thinking on your own. Like, you're making decisions like, do I want to fucking steal my dad's liquor out of his liquor cabinet? Like, you're making that decision. Mm-hmm. If you're like 4 years old and you fucking see the bottle of rum and you're like, oh, fuck, it looks like apple juice, and you go and fucking drink it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not thinking. You're just like, your brain is like, apple juice is this color and rum is this color. They're the same fucking thing. Like, what's the difference? And then you're 4 years old and you're fucking hammered out of your mind. But I think there's that gain of consciousness. Mm-hmm. And I think that is what separates people, young people that go to heaven or hell.
Yeah. Motherfucking mosquitoes, bro. Oh, I got him.
Look at you go, buddy. Fucking Canada, bro. These fuckers.
Bro, the thing I fucking... I kind of imagine, like, if I come to Canada, there'd be no fucking mosquitoes like these fucking...
Were there mosquitoes in
malaria
India?
Oh, shit.
They're like kind of small, but these ones are fucking huge.
You get fucking
malaria.
Malaria? What do you mean? Malaria is in fucking Africa, bro.
There's in like Pakistan and shit.
Google it.
Fuck Pakistan, bro.
Fucking give it a Goog, buddy.
Yeah.
No, but like I think that's what separates it. So let's say there's a 8-year-old kid, child trafficking. They get killed.
Yep.
Where do they go? Do they go to heaven or hell? What would you think? I would say...
The kid?
Yeah, the kid.
Yeah.
I would assume they would go to heaven if they are before that time of gain of consciousness. Because they didn't fucking choose to be born into a fucking sex trafficking ring. Like, they had no choice whatsoever. But let's say that person gets to the age of 18, 19.
Yeah.
And they're still being trafficked, and it's terrible. Like, their life is ruined because of these fucking monsters that are out there. They do, at least this is what he said to me when I asked this question. And he said, it depends on what they do in their situation. Okay, what are we getting on malaria? Where's malaria?
Africa.
Yeah,
it should be India there too, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's Africa and parts of Asia.
So India.
Yeah.
India and the fucking Philippines, probably.
So the thing about kids is, like, you never choose if you want to be born in this fucking, shithole. You never choose it. You just get into it, and so many people think you owe something for your parents because they give you birth to come in this fucking world. I think we don't owe shit. I mean, you owe them respect, you owe them love, but you don't owe them your life, You never chose to be born in this fucking shithole. If I had a choice before coming, I would fucking say no.
That is true.
Like, what the fuck you can do in this fucking life that you can never be reborn here, man? This is too much to take it.
Yeah, that is true. But like, what I was saying is, let's say they get to the age of consciousness where they do have the ability to be like, I need to. These mosquitoes are the end of me.
Yeah.
I do need to get out of this place.
Mm-hmm.
I need to leave, and I need to escape because this is killing me.
Yeah.
They have that option, whether they're gonna die on the way out or not. And that's what he was saying was, if they try to escape, whether like if they're 17 years old and they're able to think for themselves, kind of. Not saying that 17-year-olds are fucking smart, but they are kind of able to think for themselves to an extent. They try to escape this situation, horrible situation, whatever it is. Whether it's fucking, you were born, I don't know, in the fucking cartel or something like that, and you hated it. If you were born there and you get to this age, you have the option to leave. You can say to yourself, I need to leave this place. And let's say they die when they're leaving.
Yeah.
They would go to heaven. That is what he said to me. If they die trying to do the right thing, then you would go to heaven because you had no choice to begin with, but you tried to do the right thing by escaping and saving yourself, you would go to heaven. But if this person was of the age 18, 17, 20 years old, whatever, in that age where you can think for yourself, but you're too scared, this guy said they would go to hell. And when I think about that, I'm like, that's kind of fucked up, though.
Yeah.
Because they still had no choice. It's like you, and the way he said it was kind of fucked up to the point where it was like, they have the choice. If they don't want to make it, they don't deserve to go to heaven. Like, no. They were born. If they got a choice to be born into that, what do you think they would choose? I'm 99% certain they would choose to not be born into that. They would choose to be born into a free country with a good set of parents that they can live their life and have a life ahead of them.
Yeah.
So, I think his perspective on that was wrong. Hopefully I can ask him some more questions about that soon, which would be amazing.
Like, if you ask a guy who's really religious and you ask them about a question, like, why did that kid die who was born into Syria or some war country? Why would he was killed by a fucking bomb or fucking anything? What was his fault? He never asked for it. He never did it. And they're like, yo, so he did something wrong in his past life. I'm like, what's the fucking past life? It's just nothing. It's just you. You're doing the role of being alive. Something goes wrong, it goes wrong. Take it. Just fucking die. Go to whatever fuck you want. Heaven, hell. I don't believe that shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think heaven and hell is fucking here. You see the hell and you see the heaven right here. I don't think there's an afterlife or something where you go.
What about the fucking simulation theory? Cause no, let me fucking tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, if there is if we create our own simulation.
Yeah. Let's
say we get our AI and our technology gets developed to the point where we can create a simulation that we can like transfer ourselves into, and we can go and put this headset on and we get all of our feelings and we get the vision and it feels real.
Yeah.
But then what if when we create that, we like that happens, there are people in there that can't discern the real world from this world, and then they go on to make another world and another world. Are we the beginning of it, or are we the end of it, or are we just somewhere in the middle?
I think it's the end of it. If you get something you want right away like that, what's the fun of doing it?
No, I mean like
this thing even happened in Naruto. You should fucking watch it in the episode. This fucking thing did. You know what happened is.
Yeah, I know, but the problem is that it could be reality really quick. Like we can make simulations.
Imagine you want to be someone, like you want to be a big soccer player, and you get the choice of being a soccer player like that.
Yeah.
You go, you're a big player. Where's the fun of it? You're like, holy shit, I didn't work for it. I didn't do anything for it. I just got it.
No, but I mean like, the simulation starts when you're born. Like the simulation is fucking new player logged in.
That you plan your own shit, what you gonna do in the future?
It's just like loading into a fucking empty Minecraft world.
Yeah.
You literally press that create world button and boom, you're in. And I think, well, I don't think, but it's fucking possible. Like, let's be real. It is totally possible that we are in a simulation, and I know there are scientists and fucking astro motherfuckers out there that do believe it's real, and the fact that they think that it could be real kind of fucks with me a little bit, because it's like, what gives the meaning to life when you could be not real? Like, you could be not real. Like, think about how there's The Sims, right? You're playing The Sims, and there's these AI, like these little models, AI models, people running around the game, and you're one of them.
Yeah.
And you're building your house. You're doing this. What if all of those people in that game are real, and their world is just completely different? Like, their world, all they know is to fucking build houses and fucking make friends and have kids. Literally the exact same thing that we're living in, just lower fucking graphics. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, what can you Google the scientists like Neil deGrasse Tyson simulation theory? Because I know he did talk about it.
Yeah.
But I kind of wonder what he was saying, because I know it's kind of fucked up that it's possible.
I mean, even if it's possible, like, imagine you're doing your simulation, I'm doing mine. Everybody's doing each of their own.
Yeah.
Where's the fucking catch? You always need a catch for something in your life.
Death.
What?
Death is the catch.
Like,
death is the catch. The point of the game is not dying.
Like, if you're in a simulation and you know you're in a simulation, you planned out this shit, how are you gonna feel about it?
No, but you wouldn't know. Like, we don't know.
They're
They're playing.
Okay.
They're playing. We don't know. Like, we are created just like these big AI chat models. Like, we were talking about it earlier, that how there is literally chat models that made a kid kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's nothing to joke about. Like, this kid believed that this person was real and was in a different dimension. What if that's possible? What if the only thing that's separating us from our simulation before us is dimensional? Mm-hmm. Like, if there is that separation that we can't even begin to fucking understand, of dimensions and fucking time shit and a whole whackload of fuckery that we don't know anything about. It's totally possible, because we fucking create people now, basically. Fuck it, if I message Grok and I'm like, how was your day? It will reply. Like, it will literally reply. Okay, what do you got?
He said it's like very likely.
Like, what percent? Did it say percent?
No, but at the most.
Because I don't know. I think it could be so fucking possible. Definitely.
It can, with everything going on in this life. Who fucking knows?
If our universe was a big, elaborate lie, could we ever reverse some test to prove that fact? No.
By the way, the guy behind the camera is a fucking top G.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Basically Andrew Tate over here. Fucking sexy. Fucking literally would let him do it. Let him tap at all times. So, let's stop talking about all this bullshit about AI. Let's fucking... How was your day? How was the round of golf for you? What did you think? Yeah, we played golf earlier.
Yeah, it was my second time. I think it's kind of fun. It's a good. Rich guy sport,
It's a rich guy sport. Yeah, fuck.
Definitely.
I fucking spend too much money on
Definitely
it. Fucking shit.
It's definitely a rich guy sport. Is there a percent? No. No percent. What does it say?
No. There's no percent, but it's like.
So you can believe scientists and whatever the fuck they are can make that simulation possible in the future. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't they fucking put protein in this fucking thing? Like, what the fuck? You take a puff and you get 1 gram of protein right away.
Like, that would be sweet, though.
You go to the gym, you hit the gym all day, you have fucking puffs, and you're fucking big as fuck, bro. That's kind of insane.
I don't think amino acids work like that.
Scientists can do whatever fuck they want.
But it works, though, because nicotine...
It goes into your blood.
Goes into your bloodstream.
Yeah.
How does protein get digested?
So protein goes into you, turn into amino acids, and go to the muscles.
Yeah, but how does your amino acids get absorbed?
I don't fucking know.
Your blood, or is it through
science?
Is it just through your muscles?
I think it's go to the blood and then to the muscles.
That should be possible then. We can get fucking protein in that shit.
I think we should fucking do the thing and make our own fucking ran and protein fucking waves.
Yeah. Any sponsors who want to fucking bring us some bullshit protein vapes?
Yep.
We'll rep that shit like nobody's
This is
business.
a good idea for people to go on, man. It'll be.
It's
That's a $1 billion idea, right?
Protein Zins.
Protein Zins. That'll be actually good.
Back to golf. You
Yeah.
fucking weirdo.
Golf, yeah. It's kind
You're
of
getting
good.
the hang of it though.
Yeah, I got it. It's
Like,
kind of fun too.
you just gotta start hitting that fucking ball straight, buddy. Like you need to fix your fucking stance. Because
I
what you're
need to.
doing is you're leaning. You're fucking too close together. I think. You and the way your arms move are just fucked. But
Bro,
I
I'm
think-
used to playing cricket all the time. You know, your stance is just fixed to
Cricket.
doing that shit. But
He's
when you
fucking
play,
Indian. Of course he's playing
Whoa,
fucking
fuck,
cricket.
you don't know about cricket?
I don't
Yeah,
know about cricket, but
we know about-
baseball here.
It's a fucking
Baseball
fun
here.
sport, man. It's gee. So when you go from playing cricket to golf, it's fucking different.
Oh yeah, it's so difficult. You should see some of them long drivers. Like
Yeah.
there's competitions for long drive, and they're all baseball players.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them are baseball players.
The baseball players, I think they try to just hit straight. That's what they try to do. But cricket is kind of different. You see the ball coming from baseball, it's just straight towards you, right? But in cricket, it's kind of spinning towards inside, towards trying to spin outside, or it's coming straight, or coming direct to you. It's, you know,
Very different. Yeah.
very different sport. So
Yeah, well, golf, it's just a ball that's sitting on the ground. How the fuck can't you hit it?
I don't know, man.
That's why it's a rich guy sport. You gotta
It's a
be able to
rich guy
pay for
sport.
lessons.
That's why old people play. They've been playing it for fucking 30 years, and they get good at it, and you know. fucking go
I've
for
been
it.
playing for 4 years. I'm getting there.
I've been playing for 2 weeks, so what the fuck?
You saw me hit a few bad shots today, but then again I did hit some fucking wicked ones, dude. That was good.
I had some good shots too, like couple.
Oh, you had one really good one. Which hole was it? I don't know, but it was a good shot. Like this guy fucking hit it wicked with this 4 hybrid. He's got a Stealth 2 4 hybrid, and he's just.
Hybrid,
I'm gonna buy one. There's a 3 hybrid. What is it? It's a Titleist.
And
Titleist
if you
3
see a hole,
hybrid.
you just go for it.
Titleist 3 hybrid, and I think it was like $400. But I'm thinking of buying it next paycheck. If it's still there next paycheck, I'm buying it. Just because the way I hit that thing, I hit it on hole 9. You know, like there's a center spot.
Yeah.
Where the 2 water things are, and there's a little land patch right through the middle. And I was just before that. I was probably 250 yards out. I fucking grabbed that 4 hybrid and whacked it, and I was maybe 10, 15 feet away from that hole. Oh, it was one of the greatest shots of my life. From 250 yards out to get on that green was insane. And then we went and played pool, and this fucker hustled me for $20 whole dollars.
Oh, he owes me $20, by the way.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fucked. I'm like, we're driving back from the car wash, and he's like, yo, want to play some pool? And I'm like, yeah, I suck. I haven't played since August.
And he bet $20.
And I'm like, $20? Best of 3? Fucking buddy wiped my ass. Like, this is some bullshit. 3 games in a row killed me.
Pool's to go, bro. Pool's
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
I'll give you that $20 when you leave.
Yeah.
Or just put it on my tab.
What the fucking tab is? I want the fucking $20 right away, bro.
Why don't you just go tip all the baddies? Manor! I'm just kidding. He's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
Silly little bitch. No.
10
Yeah, we had a 10 what?
p.m.
It's 10 p.m. Okay,
Yeah.
stop it. And that's it. That's the only bullshit we're gonna talk about. Sorry
Yeah,
if it was
that's-
fucking hard to listen to.
That's about it for today.
That's what
But
you
more
get from a
shit to
fucking
fucking
dirty
talk.
little Indian guy and some fucking stingy little Yankee.
Fuck you, motherfucker. We got more next time.
Yeah, more next time. More fucking alcohol and maybe a little bit of fucking Zaza for the groups. We are both of legal drinking age, by the way. And I would like to say thank you to all you little dirty little fucks.